Hi guys, it's me again. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. It's basically a doctor reacts to people on YouTube having lip fillers. Would I do it that way? Do I think it's a nice result? All that stuff. So let me just grab my laptop and yeah, let's go on to the first. Okay, so this is one of my guilty pleasure YouTubers, Jeffree Star. He is pretty bonkers. I like him because he's just like so frank about everything. He doesn't pull any punches. So he's obviously going to see a dermatologist, which is great, good news. And I think that's a really good message that he's just come out with. So Jeffree's saying basically, change your appearance if you want to, don't do it for anyone else. I can really get on board with that. And sounds like he's been with his guy for 6 years, which is great because if you stick with the same person, they kind of know your history, they know what they've injected in you before, they know where it is, all that stuff. So if you can, you know, presumably that if you like them and they're doing a good job, stick with the same person. Don't just like chop and change all the time. You know, your friend goes there, your mate goes here, you got this Groupon deal. Just because the result tends to be not as good, I find.
Very, very temporary. Yeah. My favorite substance use is old-fashioned collagen. Yeah. And it's really soft, it's really kissable, it's really smooth. The only problem is it lasts about 6 weeks.
Old-fashioned collagen. Wow. I mean, I haven't heard that being referenced for quite a long time. I don't know, is that still popular in America? We don't really use that here. So he's just referenced there Juvederm, Belotero and Restylane. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but in the States they have fewer products available than we do in Europe because the regulations that they have are different. They have to go through a lot more testing, which sometimes can be cost prohibitive. So we tend to get newer products over here more quickly. We've got, you know, more than 200 different fillers available in Europe, but Juvederm, Restylane, and Belotero certainly are amongst the bigger ones over here. I'd probably add in there as well, maybe Stillage, Princess is certainly getting a bit of a foothold, and then you've got other ones like Revelax again, which are becoming bigger. Princess, did I already say that? I can't remember if I said that. I'm going a bit mad. So he's talking there about the ratio and the ratio of having 1/3 to 2/3 of the size of the lip. He said he last did them a year ago. I'm not entirely convinced that he really needs to do them, but okay. He's definitely not a man who does things by halves. Oh, this is interesting. So he's having some cream on there, a bit of topical anesthetic. Yeah, I don't often use it. Yeah, so this is interesting. You see how the dermatologist here has bent the needle slightly? He's doing the vermilion border here, which is it's probably one of the most standard techniques. Now he's doing the Cupid's bow and the Glauco Klein point. I love this guy's patter. Like, he's talking to Jeffree all the way through his lip augmentation, which is great. I do that as well. I just talk rubbish. I think it helps take people's mind off it.
I always tell people, being a physician.
Looks like he's used about 1/2 ml so far. He's kind of swollen. Yeah, so there it looks like he's injecting the body of the lip. That's something that I don't really do like that. I find that in my hands at least, it can look a bit God, sometimes it can look a bit bumpy, and I prefer to shy away from that. If I'm going to do the body of the lip, I'll normally do it with a cannula. Not always. Now this is super interesting. He's injecting inside the mouth to push the lip forward. Again, that's not generally something that I would do for several reasons. The mouth is quite dirty, so there's a risk of infection, and there's other ways to do it. You can use a cannula instead. and still hit that same kind of plane. So kind of interesting that he's doing it this way and taking that approach. It obviously works for him. Yeah, again, he's going into the body of the lip, and he did the medial tubercle, which is this top part here, going from the body of the lip. I tend to do that with an outside approach, so I go in from outside the lip and kind of lift upwards like this. I find, at least for me, it tends to make the lip curl upwards, whereas if you inject directly into the body, I find that you don't get that. But like I said, everybody's different in the way that they do their lip augmentation. So what works for one person may not work for another. Super interesting, actually, how different people have got different techniques for achieving a result. And that's why it's really important to like your injector's aesthetic, because you're not going to get the same thing from different people. We all have different ways of doing these injections. So when you're kind of looking for somebody for the first time to do yours, have a look at their work and see, does that match up with what I actually want? If you want something that is quite full and quite big, then I'm probably not the person for you. I can't do it like that. It's not in me to do that. Likewise, this guy's got a different way of doing his injections. So it all depends on what matches with you. Just pose that. I actually really like that on him. I think it really suits his, really out there personality. I mean, the guy's got pink hair, for God's sake. I don't think that it would suit him to have a small, itsy bitsy tiny lip. So yeah, go for it, Jeffrey. Amazing result. Okay, so next up we've got Kami Juan. Oh, she's got this numbing cream with the with, what do you call it, cling film over the top of it. It's supposed to make the cream penetrate better into the skin. I actually don't know who's doing her injection. But you see, she's going in the vermilion border, which is on the outside of the lip. Pretty standard technique. Looks nice.
Okay. So you see here, come close so we can all see. You have a little natural asymmetry. You're fuller on this side than over here. So I'm going to put more filler over here to even that out.
Yeah,
what do you
I
think
noticed
of
that. Yeah, let's go for that.
Perfect.
Oh, it's great that she's picking up on this asymmetry that Kami has in the lip. I mean, it's never going to be completely bang on. You can't get it completely bang on because that's just not the way that your face works. But you can get an improvement.
So remember, because I put more filler on this side, the filler is going to swell. Yeah.
Yes! Thank you for saying that. Oh my God. That drives me crazy. When you put more filler on one side of the face than the other, or in the lip in this case, it swells more than the other side does. Of course it looks more asymmetrical initially. Oh, see, it's not just me saying that. I seriously feel like sometimes people think I'm lying to them when I say that. Oh, it's more swollen on this side than the other. And they're like, yeah, right, you messed this up. No, it's just more swollen.
Okay, so we are currently
Oh, she's in Five Guys.
and I needed some ice.
I'm kind of jealous.
See swelling.
So that's her finish now. You see, she's got a bit of bruising. I think that's straight away after she's had the treatment done. Hey, bruising happens. It's normal. You can be unlucky and get bruising. It's just one of those things, guys. Okay, last person. So this is her after she's done the injection. Actually, I think it looks really nice, very natural. Let's just fast forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I want like it to be bigger, but I don't want it to be like insanely like huge. Like
you want it to be
that
close in size to the lower lip.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be.
So everybody says that. Like, I want it to be bigger, but like, I want it to be natural and for nobody to be able to tell. But like, I definitely want it to be bigger, but natural. Okay. When you ask for that, you've probably got maybe 2 millimeters to play with on the upper and lower lip. And naturalness is more about the shape of the lip than necessarily the size. So these vibrating things, that's why I put this video in, by the way. They've really kind of taken off recently. Gate control theory of pain. So the idea is, you know, if you bang your leg and then you rub your leg, it stops it from hurting quite as much. It's the same principle as this. So she's had the cream on and she's using vibration as well. I feel like the meanest doctor in the world because I hardly use the cream and I don't use vibration. I have to say though, guys, even when I have these things done, I don't use them either. It doesn't hurt that much. Do you know why I do it like that? Because when you use the cream, it makes your lips swell up. So it makes it a bit harder for me to see exactly what I'm doing. And then the vibration, I like to have 2 hands. I don't want to be using this tool to like, you know, get rid of the pain. And I don't work with an assistant. Maybe if I had an assistant, then they could hold the tool on there and then that might be a bit easier. But I don't know. I kind of like, I need both of these. And honestly, it doesn't really hurt. As long as you're using a really fine needle. So if you're using like a 30 gauge needle, it's fine. So the technique, by the way, that she was using here, got a bit carried away there. We're talking about anesthetic. It's just going into the vermilion border. That's the edge of the lip. That's it. Yeah, I had a look online to see if I could find people using different techniques, like a cannula or like just slightly different ways of doing lip augmentation. I couldn't really find too much, but hey, if you guys have seen any, then let me know in the comment section below and maybe I can discuss them next time. I think her result, by the way, is really nice. In fact, I think the result from everybody that we've seen in these 3 past videos has been really good and has suited them. I know that if you took one person's lip and stuck it onto somebody else's face, it's not going to suit them. So I know I've said this already in the video, but that's why it's really important to pick the right injector for you. You've got to pick somebody who agrees with your aesthetic ideas, otherwise it just doesn't work. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to be back again next week talking about the same sort of stuff. If there's anything that you would like me to cover, then please just let me know in the comment section below. Send me an email. Do people still do emails? I don't know. Send me a DM on Instagram, whatever you like. Just get in touch, guys. And don't forget to smash that notification button and tickle the subscribe if you like the channel. I'll see you later.